and told me you was sleeping with another dude. Expecting me to act like everything was cool, but that was something I wasn't willing to do. Ooh, now look at what I'm going through. I used to feel like I had everything to prove, but now I feel like I ain't got nothing to lose. It's life or death and I don't know what I'ma choose. Ooh, I ain't gon' lie, I got the blues. I ain't gon' lie, sometimes you leave me so confused. Losing my mind, I tend to lose a couple screws. I wanna cry, but when I cry, you get amused. Cause you like to feed off my misery. You don't know how much you mean to me. But you act like you don't remember me. You can't wipe me out of your memory. I'm unforgettable. Can't forget me. Tattoo that brain, I promise you. I guarantee. Everything we done been through, you wanna forgive me? For real? All these difficult situations, trials and tribulations, on top of losing my patience, make it hard to have relations. Honestly, don't see nobody meeting my expectations. Gotta ride alone if I plan on meeting my destination. Thought I could make it work, but it was my imagination. Telling me your love was real, it was just a hallucination. I suffer from retardation, adding you to the equation. Cause I was real and maybe you was imitation. Went to jail on probation and got a 3-year vacation. I gotta go the duration from having a conversation. I think it's crazy you let them people intimidate you. And now it's to the point I wanna call and say I hate you. Cause you got me in jail for something you know I ain't do. Calling your phone is something I know I can't do. If the tables turn, girl, this pain will probably break you. I can't expect you to understand and I can't make you. Cause you like to feed off my misery. You don't know how much you mean to me. But you act like you don't remember me. When you can't wipe me out of your memory, I'm unforgettable.
Yeah. Where we at? Omaha, Vegas, smash. Yeah. Swiper, no swipe. Back up on the set and still them broke ones ain't no piping. I'm in traffic like a license. Pitching with your vices. 10 times out of 10, I'ma get you righteous. Filth 150, push your pippy to the positive. Copped it where the Dodgers live. Stashed it where my Nana live. All I want is Gouda. You can be the loser. If it's nookie over dollars, I would never choose her. I prefer to get it dumping. Ain't no set position. Another day, another no. That's another mission. I pull it off like Meshia. Fourth and inch in, they put some chippers on the book. For my players bid in and hope the game never ever take me under where I'm running. One four season politicking summer by summer. My dice roll up, down, maneuver, I'm back up now. Rainstorms, doggy, I be coming with that thunder cause I'm about that. I'm just a shooter, this is how the dice roll. I maneuver for the moolah, taking off in flight mode. Feeling like them old boys trying to strike gold. Everybody hustling cause we all like dough. Smash a pump. He be crying up a river, smash a broke. She be acting like a snitch. They really hate my team. I be chillin', it's the cream that got me doing my thing. Cardi is the miss, yeah. Got a bunch of feelings, better bottle that. I'm yelling like the strippers, where them dollars at? Your girlfriend a stallion, got a lot of back. If she ever wanna take me shopping, I'ma honor that. Reelin' skrillin', speed, no riddling. Gas tank full, sign a title with dillerin'. Either fly or flop, it get hot, raw cinnamon. Got a tip toe, inspectors in my biz again. Hustle till you ain't got a breath up. Then you go 48 hours like that enough up. Then you brick of 50s in my pocket, they done swept up in here. The looter and the shooter get respect up in here, don't doubt that. I'm just a shooter, this is how the dice roll. I maneuver for the moolah, taking off in flight mode. Feeling like them old boys trying to strike gold. Everybody hustling cause we all like dough.
Hey yo. Oh man. Back to my roots. This rap is ain't the same, yo. I'ma keep getting
the facts, I don't care if they hate though. All the people in the back, they all screaming out, hey, yo. Now I'm back to my roots, this rap, cause I ain't been the same, yo. Back to my roots, this rap, cause I ain't been the same, yo. I'ma keep spitting the facts, I don't care if they hate though. All the people in the back, they all screaming out, hey, yo. Now I'm back to my roots, this rap, cause I ain't been the same, yo. I've been up now, need to come back down. Working in the dark, but I'm back now. You look dizzy, about to pass out. I ain't even close to the last round. I got big dreams, backwards cap and ripped jeans. I'm about to do big things, I bet y'all miss me. I've been working strictly, but I'm back, so hit me. You know diss tracks make more than love songs. Look what the media done wrong. They all like hate till someone's gone, because once somebody's dead, then the fun's gone. Facts like a preacher, have you out like a seizure. Sitting back in the bleachers, ironic features like Mayweather wearing white beaters. Tell the one to your teacher, race to the top, and I ain't gonna stop. Hoping and praying this project won't flop, but if it goes up, I hope I will pop. Need the money and time I put in to pay off. I got 6 styles like Harry with the flute, spitting straight facts y'all barely even knew. Put you up to a wall with a gun against your head, and I swear to God y'all wouldn't dare to even move. Just a joke, I wouldn't hurt no one. I just say cause it's fun, you know it. Making all these moves cause it's love I'm showing. Gotta take the broken to make them feel chosen. Kill or be killed, I'd probably be killed. Respect everyone, that's deep real. Taking all my time and I put it in the rhyme. Taking all these dubs, need a refill. Back to my roots, this rap, cause I ain't been the same, yo. I'ma keep spitting the facts, I don't care if they hate, though. All the people in the back, they all screaming out, hey, yo. Now I'm back to my roots, this rap, cause I ain't been the same, yo. Back to my roots, this rap, cause I ain't been the same, yo. I'ma keep spitting the facts, I don't care if they hate, though. All the people in the back, they all screaming out, hey, yo. Now I'm back to my roots, this rap, cause I ain't been the same, yo. I live a poor man's dream, but a rich man's nightmare. Gotta blow that steam when I'm feeling tight, yeah. I've been spitting 16 since I was in the high chair. The plan is to go balls deep, then just hope I strike there. If I made hardcore music, would you like it better? Showing my soft side, this ain't forever. The world ain't right, try to fight for better. And everyone treats me like whatever. Hype with letters, fight the cheddar. Say random things, do you like that better? When I try to sing, don't do that ever. Pulling at strings to avoid the weather. Excuse me, because you think that I'm upset cause the world's gloomy. Not that, I just come back. Coming for your head like a top hat. Talking to you, I'm coming for you. Taking you back to the zoo, telling the truth. Something you don't do. Over your head like a roof. You can come at me, I bet you won't stress me. Go ahead, send your mother, your brother, and daddy. Pursuit to get happy, I just manage it with rap beats. Go on a ride like a taxi, losing it quits. Losing my shit, hearing some people throw fits. Don't give a shit, just retaliate with wit. Hearing the bars that I spit. Back to my roots, this rap, cause I ain't been the same, yo. I'ma keep spitting the facts, I don't care if they hate, though. All the people in the back, they all screaming out, hey, yo. Now I'm back to my roots, this rap, cause I ain't been the same, yo. Back to my roots, this rap, cause I ain't been the same, yo. I'ma keep spitting the facts, I don't care if they hate, though. All the people in the back, they all screaming out, hey, yo. Now I'm back to my roots, this rap, cause I ain't been the same, yo.
SAVANAH, that's my name, Savannah. 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 I'm 6 years old, yes I am. I go to the park with my friends. I like to P-L-A-Y, 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 P-L-A-Y. Cause it's summertime. SAVANAH, that's my name, Savannah. SAVANAH, that's my name, Savannah. SAVANAH. S-U-N-O-U-T. 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 S-A-V-A-N-A-H. That's my name, Savannah. S-A-V-A-N-A-H. That's my name, Savannah. S-A-V-A-N-A-H. That's my name, Savannah. S-A-V-A-N-A-H. That's my name, Savannah.
It's the world famous shit. And it's your number one DJ, Mr. Sutton. Yeah, she done cooked up in here. And it goes like. Shout out to my DJ. We about to run the streets like a relay. All about my cheese like I'm Green Bay. Packages coming in like it's eBay. Oh, and we know just how to get it all. You gotta deal with playing, you know I get it all. Hit the block and make it somersault. If it ain't about money, then I won't get involved. Look, make a call, he gon' get it all. Vacuum seal it before we send it all. Yeah, I'm hot, no ethanol. Put a bag on his head, that's a problem solved. Ever get about a hater? No, not at all. Ever trust a trick? No, not at all. Hit a smooth lick when ain't got it all. Never ever been a worker, always been a boss. Catch me riding on my dolo. Trying to find a way to get some more dough. I think I found my mojo. And I ain't going broke no more. True. Got these little haters mad. Why? Cause I'm really, really in my bag. Right. Invest and make it double back twice. Just a younger living that fast life. Shout out to my DJ. We about to run the streets like a relay. All about my cheese like I'm Green Bay. Packages coming in like it's eBay. Oh, and we know just how to get it all. You gotta deal with playing, you know I get it all. Hit the block and make it somersault. If it ain't about money, then I won't get involved. It's that AAA hitter. My rolling like a skate figure. Right now you looking like a steak dinner. Better leave before we take you off that plate hitter. Oh, and you don't wanna go there. Look around, ain't no goofies in here nowhere. Ooh, look, shout out to my DJ. Couple shows hit the road on the freeway. Oh, they showing love like it's V-Day. Every day is lit like it's my B-Day. You know I had to do this thing the G-way. Cause they gon' wanna hear this song on replay. Shout out to my DJ. We about to run the streets like a relay. All about my cheese like I'm Green Bay. Packages coming in like it's eBay. Oh, and we know just how to get it all. You gotta deal with playing, you know I get it all. Hit the block and make it somersault. If it ain't about money, then I won't get involved.
If it's 10 to 17, that's 70%, but it's a lot bigger number than that.
Yeah. Omaha, the Burbs, the Bluffs. Welcome to the Boss Morning Show. Today we call it Black Friday because we encourage you to support businesses in the Black diaspora because business is important. And so today is a beautiful day. Of course, it's raining, but you need rain to grow. You need rain to grow. And so I want to thank God for another day. But thank God it's Friday, though. Thank God it's Friday. On Friday, we try to keep you up to date on what's happening here in the county, in the surrounding areas in regards to our health. And, of course, my man from Dulles County Health Department, Phil Rooney, is in the building. How you doing today, brother?
I'm doing pretty well. How are you doing, William?
Great health.
It's Friday.
Yeah, it's Friday, man. I got some good health. Just came back from Memphis, Tennessee. And it was warmer weather down there. A little bit warmer weather. I got a chance to go to BB King Club on Bill Street.
Did you get the family discount?
I just chilled.
Okay.
But I did tell him that I was family, but sometimes other families not in the building. But I had a good time. Had a great
Gotcha.
band, and
That's a place I want to see.
they brought in up different singers, and that band was jamming. So, good chance y'all to travel, visit your family, visit your families.
Memphis and New Orleans are a couple of cities to go to if you like music.
I will be going to New Orleans for a conference. I can't wait. It could be my first time going to New Orleans. You got some referrals?
Just go to Bourbon Street. You won't believe it.
Okay. All right. I'm going to take that referral.
I was there 3 or 4 years ago and had to do a presentation at a conference. Just music's everywhere. The morning I was giving the presentation, we walked over toward Cafe Du Monde to get beignets.
Mhm.
It's 9:00 in the morning. There's a jazz band out in the street playing.
Wow.
By Jackson Square. It is remarkable. Yeah.
Okay. Great. Enjoy life, y'all. Enjoy life. So what's going on in regards to the pandemic?
Yeah, let's touch on that first. We have, since yesterday, we reported 226 new cases had come in since Monday. Almost 170,000 since March of 2020. We had 2 new COVID-19 related deaths reported since Monday. Those are death certificates confirmed. Doesn't necessarily mean they happened recently. I believe we had a vaccinated man and an unvaccinated man who died. They were both over 75. There were 130 people in the hospital yesterday. We reported yesterday with COVID-19. Now we know anecdotally there are some who get in, they do tests on you and find out you also have COVID. It may not be what sent you there, but then it does create a situation where they have to be more careful with you so it doesn't spread and make sure that doesn't cause additional problems to what brought you to the hospital in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
Adult ICU beds at the report that we had yesterday were 91% occupied. That's a pretty high number. So there were 26 staffed ICU beds available here in the metro area. We had 8 people on ventilators, which is a little higher than that's been. It's been around 2 or 3. So I don't want to say it doubled, but it's still a relatively small number compared to what we've seen. So
okay.
I don't want to be an alarmist that way. So we do have a clinic today that offers the basic vaccine series. That's at the health department offices from 9 to 3. We'll have the booster shots for the 5 to 11-year-olds. Now, the 12 plus booster shots will not be available at this clinic. If you want to get one of those this weekend, there are pharmacies and other providers that have those. There is a clinic tomorrow for anyone 12 plus with the Pfizer at Millard North High School.
Okay. So
they're still free. It still is recommended and still effective. So we don't know what the fall is going to bring. We have the numbers right now look better than they did this time a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
We know where it went a year ago when we had a new variant come in. Not really on the lookout, not really aware of anyone of concern at this point, but we certainly are encouraging people to be cautious. Make sure if you're sick, stay home. Please wash your hands regularly, and we would encourage you to get the vaccine update. If you're going to be around a crowd of people, I still see a lot of people wearing masks.
Yep.
I think that is a very good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when you're not, if you're at the grocery store around crowds of people that you don't know. Yeah. Indoor crowds, certainly, yes. But, we're in a much better place than we were a year ago. There's a lot more vaccine around, a lot more people who have protection from the vaccine, a lot more people who have some immunity from having had the disease.
Mm-hmm.
And there are more medicines that we can give people who, if they get sick, we get it to them in time. So we're in a better spot than we were a year ago. I think we should all, it's not over. It's going to be around with us for a while. It is still, still one of the leading causes of death, but we are not where we were at one point, and hopefully we don't go back there.
Well, that's a good thing. In regards to monkeypox, have we seen any change on that?
We have not had a new case in 2 weeks here in Douglas County. Okay. So we are getting more people vaccinated. We're going to continue to educate people because we don't think, we are not going to assume it's over and put people at risk, but we're going to continue to educate and vaccinate. And definitely is good news on the monkeypox front that way.
Right.
No and 24 cases. No deaths from monkeypox locally. And there are only two. The last I heard, there were 2 people who had other complications who also had monkeypox and passed. So one of them, from what I could read, because I don't have firsthand information, was hospitalized with 3 or 4 serious conditions, and maybe monkeypox was the last straw. But I have no direct knowledge of that. But that was a person who had monkeypox and died. I don't think anyone is saying monkeypox was the sole cause of that.
Okay. I know we talked about West Nile last week. Any other mosquito pools found?
A lot more pools have been found around the state. I think we just did or are going to do one more trapping, one more night of trapping, and a day like this, it can certainly lead to more mosquitoes being around as long as the temperatures stay warm enough. So this is the type of weather that would have probably made for more mosquitoes early on. Of course, we also needed it for agriculture, so that's kind of a two-way thing. But we have not had any more confirmed monkeypox, any more confirmed West Nile cases. And we haven't done the surveillance to find out if there are more pools in town. I know State Health and Human Services put out a news release earlier this week saying that there are a lot more pools in the state. So be aware of that if you're out and about. I think we all know how to protect ourselves from mosquitoes: long sleeve shirts, long pants, wear socks. If you can, avoid being out and about when mosquitoes are most active at dusk or dawn. And, wear DEET. Don't leave standing water around if you can help it.
Okay. All right. Anything else that we need to be aware of? I know they reported earlier about polio. We haven't heard any more reports.
Nothing. We have heard nothing about that locally. We are, of course, aware of it. Flu season is about a week away from officially getting started. So we have started giving some flu shots. We had a drive-through COVID booster clinic the other evening at Salem Baptist Church. We also made flu shots available and gave a bunch of those out to people that night. So that's available. We're not going to have flu vaccine at every clinic. Some of that involves, the supply and the staffing. But we would encourage people to get flu shots. And I've seen a lot of merchants who have one of the local grocery store chains has signs in its parking lots that say they have free flu shots there. So that's something to look into. I do believe, and we won't have it for those who would qualify to get flu shots at the health department, but there will be a nasal mist for some people who don't like needles. I'm not sure if that is limited within a certain age group or what the whole scenario is for that. But the flu mist is out there, and it's going to be available some places. I also like to remind folks that WIC is available, Wonderful Nutrition Support Program, and they are seeing clients in person now as opposed to the virtual services they were providing earlier. So there's, it's a food and nutrition service that certainly is a benefit to a lot of people.
Great. I'm glad you had some other alternatives in regards to using a needle to get the flu vaccine into one's body, because people a lot of people are scared of needles.
Yeah, we have some nurses at the health department who are really good with a needle. You probably won't even know it, but I know a lot of people have a difficult time with that. Yes. So it is good that we have the alternative, because the flu vac, and this year it is a vaccine that protects you from 4 strains of the flu, 2A strains, 2B strains. And so it's very good to have it. If it doesn't keep you from getting the flu, it generally makes your case much less severe, because the flu still puts people in the hospital and kills it every year. So, the flu's been with us a long time. We're much better at protecting people from it, but I think we've all had the flu, and I don't know anybody that wants to get it again.
Right.
And I've been getting my flu shots regularly and haven't had the flu for quite a while. Wow. I'm looking forward to keeping that string going.
Yeah, without doubt. So all that's part of the same family. So COVID, flu, pneumonia, all that's
flu's a virus. The COVID is a coronavirus, so it's shaped differently. I could bring in a scientist probably who could explain all the differences in that. But there are vaccines to protect you, and they do work well.
Well. So what you think about this weekend? What's long sleeve jackets?
I'm going umbrella today.
Yeah, umbrella.
Well, I got a light jacket on today, and we'll see what else the weekend brings our way. I don't think we're not looking at any real hot weather this weekend, are we? I don't believe.
I don't think so.
No.
I don't know if it's gonna be wet all weekend. Y'all should know the forecast. You have all those smartphones out there. But man, we appreciate you coming in this week, without a doubt. It's kind of like slow motion, you know. Sometimes the rain make you chill, you know. It actually slow things down and relaxes you. Sometimes, so have a peaceful day today, y'all.
Yeah, the rain is relaxing, and it's
Mhm.
a rain like this overnight while you're sleeping with the windows open. Those temperatures,
Yes,
that's pretty nice.
yes, without a doubt. I think we need to go to a 4-day work days.
Now that's kind of hard when you're providing a 24/7 service.
Well, you know, most of us, let's go 4-day work days for those that had to work
4-day
5.
work week.
Yeah, 4-day work week. Yeah, I think we could do it. It just increases. We were already working extra hours anyway, so we might as well just break it down to 4 days, have 3 days, and have some mental health, which will improve our physical health.
Mental health is definitely an important matter.
Also, since we're talking about mental health, you can call 988. That's the suicide number, national suicide number, if you are in need to talk to someone. But also, we have local help. You can call 211, ran through the United Way. And if anything domestic that you need, you can call 211. And if there's an emergency, of course, everyone knows 911. But we need to become familiar with these numbers. We need to teach these numbers to our children also. And so if they're in any need, they know that there's help out there. Okay. Anything else, Brother Phil? Well, what's the website again where they can go and get all this pertinent information?
www.douglascountyhealth.com. And don't forget, we have our information line, 402-444-3400.
Again, make sure you guys are pro in your health. Contact the health department if any knowledge in regards to if you want to get knowledge on clinics that's still available if you're looking for the COVID shot. Yeah. So all that information is on their website.
And if you think you may have a reason to get the monkeypox vaccine, you can call the information line or go to the monkeypox link on our homepage, and there's a survey you can go through to see if you are at risk and if you would need it. Mm-hmm. We don't have enough to give to everyone, but we are getting able to vaccinate the people who are at high risk, and it's been very effective so far. As we said, no new cases in 2 weeks, so
good.
That's good, and if we can stop it at 24, I think that would be very and again, a real public health success.
You did indicate that your STIs is
transmitted infections. We do have the at-home test kits. You can go to our website and find out about that. There's a button on there. Click on that. Follow that information. Have the test kit sent home. You will be able to do the test at home. Mail it in. If it comes back positive, we'll be able to contact you and set you up for an appointment for further testing and possible treatment.
All right.
And the outreach clinics are increasing again. So
okay, good. So be proactive about your health and those around you, because again, we don't want to unintentionally spread something to others. All right. Omaha, the birds are blessed. We'll take a quick break. We got some more guests coming in around 8. I think we'll be talking about some politics and all that little stuff today. I mean, we're talking about a lot of vast stuff today. Also, congratulations to the Hall of Famers up at Midland College. You know, I'm alumni, and I'm gonna be in the building talking smack today. No, I'm giving out awards tonight, and so it should be a good time. We're gonna take a quick break, real quick, and then we're gonna be talking some more knowledge with y'all. Boss with us.
I'm hot like summer. Yeah, I'ma do what I wanna, white steady. Tryna wipe it down. I'm getting money right now. You know, love ties holding me down. Baby, I'm hot like summer. Yeah, I'ma do what I wanna, white steady. Tryna wipe it down. I'm getting money right now. You know, love ties holding me down. Baby, I'm hot like summer. I've been on the move, road running. Ain't on your cars for nothing. I've been on my grind, yeah. Can't kick it, baby. Sorry, ain't got time. You said you love me. Would you still be if my money ain't right? Tell me the truth, baby. Talk to me nice. Think that I'm holding in the back of your mind. Chasing these millions, ain't chasing no dimes. Love won't pay the bills. Love like might get you pills. So I'm careful who deal with me. I'ma catch a case if you ain't really for me. Shooters even better drill for me. Fake love, yeah, I'm starting to feel it. Gotta split the block, someone snitching these stitches. And if we get money, don't speak how we did it. Can't roll with nobody who ain't with it. If I f with you, we running up digits. Can't stop at 6 figures, I'm $1 million, baby. I can't be your little baby. Baby, I'm hot like summer. Yeah, I'ma do what I wanna, white steady. Tryna wipe it down. I'm getting money right now. You know, love ties holding me down. Baby, I'm hot like summer. Yeah, I'ma do what I wanna, white steady. Tryna wipe it down. I'm getting money right now. You know, love ties holding me down. I need somebody who really about it. My own shouldn't drive, I carry my black. They running ain't really on shit. I told you once, don't speak what I did. It's a dead mouse in the trap. You play with my cheese, you this black. That's how you silent to rat. You making noise, the whole truth, you ain't speaking the facts. Babe, I'm gonna keep it 100. Would you rather have me tell you a lie? Giving you options, you don't love me or not. Hold on to the thought while I handle this drop. Babe, I was gonna be right back. You didn't understand that. I had to hang up these racks. I'm not your typical catch. I like rich sex in the back of the Phantom. Stars on the ceiling, it's not a rental. Been a long day, me good, how you been, boo? Ain't tryna argue about these. Stay busy on the road. You see that I'm here with you. No, I ain't tryna argue about. Stay busy on the road, you know. Baby, I'm hot like summer. Yeah, I'ma do what I wanna, white steady. Tryna wipe it down. I'm getting money right now. You know, love ties holding me down. Baby, I'm hot like summer. Yeah, I'ma do what I wanna, white steady. Tryna wipe it down. I'm getting money right now. You know, love ties holding me down. Holding me down. You know, love ties, that's holding me down. If I run it up, you gon' stick around. If I run it up, you gon' be around. You know, love ties, that's holding me down.
Play that shit TNT. Let's fade on the keys.
We the people that rise. We the people that hustle. We the people that struggle. We the people that fight for it. We the people that work. We the people that hurt. We the people that live. We the people survive. We the people that stand up. We the people that try. We the people that give. We the people that hope. We the people that want peace, but we the people that know. Ain't no peace when police killing in these streets. Ain't no love and it ain't no drug that's gonna change how it be. And at night I hear the shooting cause it wake me out my sleep. Damn, another brother died cause of crooked police. People gotta speak, gotta rise up out the seat. Don't nobody really care, a brother die about every week. More killing from your brothers than the police. COP 12 one time and Blue Street. Supposed to protect the peace, but you act like our enemy. Run up on us with your pistols and put us down on our knees. Then you search us, don't find nothing. Still don't want us to leave. You start shooting like it's a movie, we figure it's OV. We the people that rise. We the people that hustle. We the people that struggle. We the people that fight for it. We the people that work. We the people that hurt. We the people that live. We the people survive. We the people that stand up. We the people that try. We the people that give. We the people that hope. We the people that want peace, but we the people that know.
We the people they call savages, recreating our images as primitive. When slavery days made it definitive, based on race, what a disgrace. Man, that's ridiculous. It still ain't changing. It's sad to say. We gotta live through this, living under tyranny, under guise of democracy, where people have a voice. So people living in poverty. Our hoods are still the same, where it's nothing but broken property. And jobs don't pay enough. More money comes from more robbery. Solution is to put us in prison, never to listen. Not understanding the issue, problems nobody fixing. They try and hold us down, and still my brothers uplifted, cause they blind to our struggle, but we got vision. T-Bone.
We the people that rise. We the people that hustle. We the people that struggle. We the people that fight for it. We the people that work. We the people that hurt. We the people that live. We the people survive. We the people that stand up. We the people that try. We the people that give. We the people that hope. We the people that want peace, but we the people that know.
Listen to me. On my life, I don't have real enemies, but I know everybody is not a friend to me. I show my people love, that's why I always get it back. And I stand up for my family, one phone call I will attack. And real recognize real, so I don't see you. And I'm not talking about my brothers, I'm talking about these snakes. They smiling in our face, but turning us against ourselves. Killing all the black kings to keep the queen from getting out. We 40 cal, self-trained, so we don't need the army busting down my door. I wish these martial law try me. We some psychopaths, raised in the projects, and I ain't met a yet who can dodge a tech. Hey, cause this the year of the black power. We going all in, man, this shit is ours. Hey, we moving forward, ain't no turning back. The opposites is born in America, being black. Hey, cause this the year of the black power. We going all in, man, this shit is ours. Hey, we moving forward, ain't no turning back. The odds against us born in America, being black. They call us militant and racist cause we still resist the brainwashing and genocide by this government. My people waking up and now at least we more conscious with plans of unity, but still we must proceed with caution and breaking the cycle of thinking like slaves. Gather up knowledge and nurture your brain to change the situation. Death is what our race is facing. We in a nation where they shoot us first, ask questions later. Black lives mean nothing in their eyes, we just a perpetrator. And marching and holding rallies, that's not doing nothing. We tried it Martin's way and still our people struggling. It's time to educate and elevate from all the hate. Our future generations is at stake. We don't have time to waste. Cause this the year of the black power. We going all in, man, this shit is ours. Hey, we moving forward, ain't no turning back. The odds against us born in America, being black. Hey, cause this the year of the black power. We going all in, man, this shit is ours. Hey, we moving forward, ain't no turning back. The odds against us born in America, being black. Black power, black power, black power, black power, black power, black power, black power.
This is the next few weeks with the authors, her and Alan Black, because Alan was just here. It is just released his third book, Omaha, the Burbs, the Bluffs. Welcome to the Boss Morning Show. All the music that we play here is from Omaha, the Burbs, the Bluffs. That first song was by my white homeboy from Gretna. Oh yeah, shouts out to the Blurbs. Yeah, we down with Gretna. without a doubt. True verse. His stuff was called Back to the Roots, and he's only like 16. Well, he's only 16, so he's going back to his roots. I said, man, 16, you going back to your roots? That's the name of his song. I said, oh, okay, all right, I feel you. But he said he loves the station, and so we got him in rotation. And of course, that's a nice song. But all the music that we play is from either the Burbs, the Bluffs, or the O. We actually love our neighbors around here. And of course, today is Black Friday, and on Black Friday, we encourage those of the Black diaspora to support a Black business. This is the only way we're gonna elevate. When you look at yourself in the mirror, you're looking at you, you're looking at me, and vice versa. And so we're a reflection of how we support each other. And so we're purposeful over here. Oh yeah, since y'all purposeful on hating, we're purposeful on supporting each other. And of course, our neighbors. Oh yeah, love thy neighbor. We want our neighbors to support Black businesses also. And so we bring Black businesses in here to identify them. So you can't have no excuse. I don't know one. No, you can't use it as excuse. We got Black businesses all over this community. Southeast, Southwest, East Omaha, West Omaha. We everywhere. And we just want to support like we support you. And so we purposeful over here, without a doubt. And we got some superstars. We got another superstar. Out in Maryland, Virginia, the DMV. Yes, the DMV. I was out there lobbying up on Capitol Hill. I told you, man, without a doubt. And now Maryland has came back. And so we're going to show some gratitude. My man, Brother Willie, has brought this young lady in. And she has a book. We've been featuring authors in. And I got my book right here somewhere. Where is my book? I wrote it. See, all these authors I've been reading, and God been eating at me. So I'm telling you, you got to write the story. But this was explicit. This is explicit right now. I can't release it because it's explicit.
Not ready yet.
It's not ready.
Okay.
But I did get an A on it. See, I want to let the author. Did I get an A on it? I got an A.
You got an A.
I see the A.
I see the A.
I got an A.
Yes.
For my profession, thank you, Dr. Branch. I'm gonna be up at Midland later on today. I've been having all this greatness around me, and Brother Willie, he has to write his book too. So I'm putting the pressure on everybody.
Yes.
We got to put the pressure. We can't allow no one else to write our story.
You're right.
We cannot allow it. And so when they put the pressure, I'm putting the pressure on you. You got to reflect it. And so you know how superstars are. They got their own noun, verbs, adjectives, prepositional phrases, all yes and predicates. To introduce themselves. I'm gonna let this young lady introduce herself, and she got all that. I don't know if she got some. She might have some predicates in here. I'm gonna let her introduce herself. We'll get right into the dialogue because she's a visitor to this community, and we want to show some gratitude. So, how you doing today, Mademoiselle?
Good morning, and welcome. Thank you so much. My name is Meshia Sutton. I write under the name of MiMi Sutton. I have 2 books. Grace Goes to Ghana. And the second one is Symbols. And they were, as William was saying, they were written and inspired based on people telling me I need to write my story. So I'm like you. I go out and tell people you got to tell your story.
Okay. Now, are you a new author or you've been doing this for a while?
Oh, no. I am a new author, self-published.
Okay.
And it came about pretty organically, again, from people in my circle supporting me and saying, you got to do this. And me saying, no, I'm not ready. I don't know what to do. And they're like, no, just do it. Jump in. Mm-hmm. And I jumped in, took that leap, and here I am. So I'm a new author.
Okay.
And I start, where we usually start in places that I know. So I've traveled to Ghana, and I realized from the questions I was getting traveling, people are like, what did you see? Did you see animals? And I'm like, and I realized just how crazy that story was, but I realized where it came from.
Right.
And so from that, I was like, it starts with the kids. I really got to hit kids and be like, you are not going to see, when you land in a plane in Ghana, lions and tigers and bears. You're going to see a metropolitan city that is bustling and people, entrepreneurs. And so from that came the first book, Grace Goes to Ghana.
Okay, so this first book. So when did you go to Ghana?
I've been about 5 times.
Okay.
Most recently, I had a Fulbright scholarship when I was there this summer studying.
Yeah, what kind of scholarship?
She did that kind of fast.
I did. I had a Fulbright scholarship. So.
Fulbright. So she's smart, y'all. We like smart people around here, for real. That's good. So now, was that when? When did you get that? Like a couple years ago too?
So the scholarship is funny. So the scholarship actually was awarded 2 years ago, and then the pandemic hit. No, but then the pandemic hit, and so I had to wait to travel. But before then, I had gone and done what we call like educational missions. So we would take twice I took small groups with a dear friend of mine. That's actually how I met Willie on one of those trips, and it's paid forward.
Okay.
So it was paid forward to me. I support my brother in the struggle who helps me, and then seeing all the good things that Willie is doing. So I feel good about that.
Okay. We'll get to him later. Everybody know him. So he actually brought you.
I'm here to support, bro.
Yeah. He actually brought you here as a guest to make sure.
He did.
Let me see. Grace Goes to Ghana. So you started this a couple years ago. I mean, have you always written?
No, I've never. This was my first attempt.
Okay.
I did it as self-publishing, so it was a big learning curve for me. But it was painless, and again, I had people that I knew I could refer to and ask questions of, and so I wrote it. I found people that were recommended to edit it for me. I found illustrators through different apps, and was able to give my vision and say, okay, this is how I want to tweak it. So it was nice because throughout the entire creating process, I had a say and oversaw it, and everything that's in there was, at the end of the day, I made sure it was what I wanted.
Okay. So if someone has a vision, all they gotta do is walk towards that vision. They can accomplish it. Correct?
I'm gonna say yes.
Okay. All right.
I mean, I keep it simple. I tell people, if everybody says, I'm gonna wait for the right moment, the right moment is not gonna come. So you just got to do it.
Okay. Well, let me make sure I got this social media going right. Make sure we have no questions real quick. Now, your second book, Symbols. Tell me a little bit more about this, because it has some symbols in here that from, I call it a homeland.
Yes, and that's exactly it.
Y'all call it Africa. I call it homeland.
Yes.
So you got some, not a reconciliation.
Yes, and so symbols. So
okay, so I'm gonna show you this symbol. So I don't know too much about symbols, but we're gonna learn today. Together.
We're gonna give you a quick lesson. So I'm gonna tell you how this all came about. So in the first book, Grace Goes to Ghana, she discovers Adinkra symbols. Okay. And so Adinkra symbols are symbols, and you see them a lot in West African culture. You see it in clothing and textiles. And when you really look at the symbols, you realize you see it everywhere, and just thought it was a cute picture or didn't realize it had a meaning. So I wrote the second book, Symbols, to really get into the idea of not just Adinkra symbols, but symbols that we use for communication. And it's really an idea that we do have in Western culture, but it's all over. We think of, letters and numbers as symbols. We think of, a picture of a heart. If you see a heart, you already automatically know that means love or, excitement or happiness. If you see certain colors, it invokes a certain meaning. And so the idea is that we use symbols to convey messages is what really prompted me to write that book, the second book, because I really got into the idea of, students and children learning about different ways to communicate, and what better way than using Adinkra symbols. And so in African culture and Ghanaian culture, West African culture, you'll see, like I said, Adinkra symbols in fabric, in print, on walls, painted, on murals. It's everywhere. And so, and if you even think back, like I know everybody's seen the movie Black Panther. But the one scene where he is seeing his father at the tree, and his father has on the royal garb, the symbols on that are actually Adinkra symbols, and when the symbols on there stand for leadership. So it's like those minute details, and when you know it, you're like, okay, I see it, I recognize it. Right. So it's just giving people another way of looking at.
Great. I mean, does a symbol tell a story? Does it Does it mean something? Is it a guide? Is it a um, safe haven similar to the Underground Railroad where they had the porch light on at night?
And
Or
had the little. It's not quite. It doesn't quite tell us a path or a symbol, but they do have a meaning. And
okay,
so, for instance, I'll show you. Like the symbol for leadership is three circles. It's three circles. So you see that it's like it looks like a target.
interesting.
You see that in so many different places. But now that you know, you're going to see it differently. This symbol for Sankofa in Maryland, in Baltimore, this is on iron fences in almost every neighborhood in the hood.
Okay, yeah.
Now that you know,
right,
you're going to look at that symbol differently. Mm-hmm. Yep. So that's the thing. So when you see these symbols, you now look at artwork. You go down through a neighborhood. You're going to look at things differently and look for a meaning. You're not going to look at a ladder the same way. The pick is actually one of the Adinkra symbols. It stands for beauty. So that's why you see it in like jewelry for women and earrings and necklaces. So it's not just a cute picture, but you look at it now like that means something.
What the pick for? What's this for?
It stands for beauty.
So that's why I'm handsome though.
But you didn't know, but now you know.
Well, sometimes some people say, "Why are you picking your hair on?" Because I mean, I need to put the song on. Beautiful.
Put it on for beautiful.
Right now. So the pick is a symbol also. Okay.
So each one of these means a little, it tells what the meaning is, the pronunciation, and it's not so much being able to pronounce it, but being aware. So like this symbol stands for leadership. That's the Sankofa. Jinyami is for accepting God.
Okay.
So yeah. So
okay. That similar circle stands for leadership.
So you look at things differently now. Okay. You will not go down the street and go through a neighborhood and see an iron design or something on a building and not try to figure out, does that mean something?
Okay. Where can I get your books?
So the books are on my website, but the easiest way for most people is Amazon. So you can go to Amazon, or my website is under my company, which is Kawakoku, which stands for Red Ring, which is the red ring for leadership.
So the main emphasis, the main purpose of your books is to educate.
Definitely.
Educate. Okay. Give us I want to make sure I type your name in. I'm gonna have Brother Woolley ask you a few questions, and I want to make sure I get your name in there so people can make sure they can follow you, make sure they can get your books.
Okay.
Brother Will, I know you might have some questions for the young lady. I'm gonna put him on the spot.
You say you went on a scholarship, correct?
Yes.
So, what was the scholarship entailing?
Oh, right. Thank you. So it was a Fulbright scholarship. It was a group Fulbright scholarship. So most of the times when people think of a Fulbright scholarship, they think of the scholarship as usually 9 to 12 months, but then there are modified ones. And so the one I did was a smaller scholarship time frame. So we went for 6 weeks. We studied, we had lectures at the University of Ghana, and we had different professors that came in and gave us lectures on Afrocentric instruction, history of Ghana, language. We learned some Twi, the understanding of just the importance of the university itself. And then from the experiences we had in the lecture and then just doing some sightseeing, we were tasked to come back and write lesson plans. And so the idea with the lesson plans is that we share them with schools here in the United States as a way of providing a different means of showing students lessons about Africa. So for instance, the lessons that I wrote with my group, I did 2 art lessons. And so they focus on kente cloth and looking at the patterns and symbols and the colors that are related to cloth. Right. And so then they read about the kente cloth, and then the students get to create their own pattern. And it could just be pen and paper, or, don't have to weave it. But the idea is that you're looking at it a little deeper. What happens a lot of times when we aren't allowed to tell our story, the meaning of the story is lost. So looking at something as simple as kente cloth and looking and saying it's not just a pretty print, but that color means something, that pattern means something. If I see someone with that on, I know that they are a king or a chief in a village. I know that it stands for rank. So again, it's similar to the book. It's understanding those connections.
Now, would you guys putting together a curriculum, and or is this going to be available to others to be able to maybe use the curriculum or buy the curriculum?
Yes, it is. Once it is approved, every group we all did different lessons, so it kind of builds into a curriculum. And then they should be available on the organization I went with, their website. So we're just waiting to get everything approved and uploaded, so that that's a process. But the lessons that groups previously have done should be on their website as well. So it is about sharing, and then those of us that created lessons are, out sharing our lessons and telling people about them, and we have access to all the other ones. So if you tell me you teach high school, I have, like, somebody can have high school lessons or elementary lessons, so it just depends. But yeah, it's about sharing, getting that information out.
I think I'm gonna call my daughter. But you said the third, fourth, the book.
The my books are third, fourth, fifth grade, maybe sixth grade. But it really is the idea. I wanted to get students to think about it sooner, about traveling, about thinking about culture, and a book is a great way to do that. So
See, my view has been perfect school. I've been up there for about 20 years. Most all my kids graduated from there. And new principal, and they got a boys and girls club attached.
mhm.
But they closed the thing.
But that's okay.
Well,
We can get that. And then my books. So I've done work with the Parks and Recs one summer, and so my books were in the summer programs for Parks and Recs. And so every child got a book, and each site was tasked to demonstrate something from the book. So kids learned dances, they talked, um, they learned that in grade school Ghana we talked about the naming conventions. So they talked, everybody was able to say their name, did posters. So the book has some lessons and some activities that go with it. So yeah.
So your background is education.
My background is education, yes.
Okay, so you have a purpose. What do you teach?
I am trained as a special educator. I am
Okay.
currently a lead administrator for a virtual program middle school.
Okay.
I've been in education for a little over 20 years.
Okay.
Before that, I did food service management for a couple years in a couple different places. Um, but I bring to my vision of education and my background in special ed, I look at education, looking at the whole child and trying to think of not just what lessons can we teach them, but how can we really reach them.
Okay. Is there a certain grade level for your books?
Mhm. So Grace Goes to Ghana is, I would say, third, fourth, or fifth grade.
Okay.
And Symbols is about fourth, fifth, and up to sixth grade.
Okay. And that's a Dinkra.
Adinkra Symbols. Mhm.
Okay. All right. I can read a little bit, y'all.
Yes, you can.
Maybe I just copied off of her.
No,
Yes.
you're original.
Yes, I think I copied. Sometimes I got a copy, y'all. Yes, she's a teacher, y'all, so she has a great foundation on making sure our children are prepared. Any other advice that you would give to parents, as they guide their children through education? Because we always want to put it on the school and on the teacher. What can we do at home? Just some simple things, just to help our children at school.
I will tell you, my motto is for the school, the program that I oversee, is many hands make the load light. And so the idea that it takes a village is truly that, but it starts at home. And it really is the family questioning, the level of what's happening in the school, but being supportive. It's not, we have to go back to that. We all have to be on the same page. It doesn't mean we have to agree, but students need to see, children need to see the adults saying the same thing and really supporting them.
Mhm.
When they see the vision, just like at home, when they see the vision, they're going to go for that crack and see if they can make it bigger. But when they see that there's no crack, when they see that all the adults are on the same page, they're more apt to move forward and more apt to buy into and the learning and the lessons. And so I say, look to support that community. Again, it doesn't mean you have to agree, but when there are times to disagree, do it in a way that the child still sees us as a unified front.
Okay. So, I need to act like grandmama. You know, they didn't cuss the teacher out.
And it comes from a place of emotion, and it comes from a place of caring, where we don't always get along. Even as adults, we often let our emotions speak before we think about what we're saying or how we're saying it or who's around when we say it.
Right.
But kids are always watching. And so that's why I say there can be disagreements. It doesn't mean we always get along. We're always going to have the same idea. But when there's that time of disagreeing, what is the child seeing how two adults interact during a disagreement? Because that's what they're learning too. So being able to agree to disagree, but how we're thinking about that lesson is being shared, because that's what the child is looking for.
All right. Appreciate that advice. So, your teachers with your child all day long, at least 8 hours a day. If they're in high school, a few hours a day. And you want to make sure that you're teaching that teacher with respect, so they can reciprocate that to your children when you're not there. And so let's be wise. Let's be wise. So, and if we do have a disagreement, let's, like you said, go in a room where adults can discuss it, and the child doesn't have to see it, and so that child don't have to mimic. Well, mama cussed her out, I'm gonna cuss her out, or daddy cussed her out, I'm gonna cuss the teacher out. So, like I said, children mimic what they see and not what you tell them. I haven't had an opportunity to substitute teach, and I thought about even going back just as substitute teach, because actually the black man is God when you walk in the classroom. Honestly, and I've taught all over this community, in Catholic school as well as parochial schools, so from the high school all the way to the elementary. I like the high school because elementary they say your name all day, Mr. King, Mr. King, Mr. King, Mr. King. But they cool though. But if you are a black man and if you walk into a classroom, you buck all stereotypes. What they've been teaching them at home, no, when you come in there, intelligent, confident, and you're educated about your heritage. Oh man, and you got love. Oh, they can't beat you.
You got them.
They can't beat you, without a doubt. I experienced it. I've been from Blair, Nebraska. I've been to Gross High School. I've been in where ain't no blacks in there except for me. Sometimes, and I get mad love because I break all stereotypes. I'm tall, dark, and handsome too. Did I mention that? Did I mention that, brother Willie?
You did.
Oh, okay. Okay. All that, you break all the stereotypes. So we encourage you. I'm glad OPS gave their teachers some more money. They should give some more money. I heard they just add 20 more million to something this morning. Give the teachers some more money. Give teachers more money. Teachers should be the highest paid. Forget for everybody else. They educate all of us. Why did they get paid the lowest? I don't understand it.
Because education is one of the few fields where, because everybody's gotten an education, people feel that they can speak about education. And I've been sick, but I can't speak to being a doctor.
Right.
But in education, we take oftentimes these viewpoints from people who are loud or boisterous, but don't have the background or the foundation to speak about education. And so as educators, we have to do better about who we put in as a front voice and front person to represent us.
Well, you can't sit somebody weak in negotiation room. You need somebody stronger in the negotiation room that can handle verbs and nouns. I mean, y'all deal with verbs and nouns all day, adjectives. I don't know why y'all can't use them to the best of your ability in negotiation. But I'm glad OPS is as well. Some of the surrounding districts have given their teachers raises. I hope you continue to do that. I know the railroads, they get like 25% raise over 3 years. I think they need to give teachers like 25% raise, not 3, 4, 5%. So we can keep teachers, because we need teachers, y'all. Because remember they closed the school and nobody would teach it, and all the parents, well, we want the teachers. Well, pay the teachers.
Right.
Hey, Bill, a couple questions.
Hey,
You're an educator, right?
Talking to my big brother so they can hear you.
You're an educator, right?
Mhm.
Do you think pay should be based on performance?
Why would it be? Who's performing? If
Okay.
if I'm teaching you something, because this is the thing about education, it's not automatic. If I know I'm teaching you a skill that's a foundational skill, that means that by the time you master it, it's going to be a couple years later. So is my performance based on what you do in 3 years?
The reason why I asked this question
Mhm.
was this: so many of our kids are underachieving,
Mhm.
right? And just for OPS,
Mhm.
it seems as though they're closing the achievement gap, but they're allowing individuals to go to class, go to sleep. All you have to do is just go to sleep,
Mhm.
and we give you a D to pass. We're sending it on the back end where they get in the metro, they can't even read the diploma. So
Mhm.
that's why I asked the question: should a teacher's pay be based on performance?
I think that when we ask that question as an educator, it really is looking at some things that don't connect. So my pay as an educator is based on me understanding the content, understanding pedagogy, and being able to deliver instruction. As a student, if you are not acquiring what I'm getting, that's something different, because then I need to look at why aren't you acquiring it? If you're coming to class and sleeping, I, as an educator, I have no recourse other than to say, really wake up and work with you when you're present. But there's nothing else I can do. And that's when I go back to say that's that home school community support, because there may be other things that are are impacting
Right.
why you aren't learning. And it's not always, does a student receive special education services? But there may be other things that are impacting. So we have to look at the whole child. So I can't say base my pay on progress of a student, because I can't control those other factors that impact him. And the problem with education is oftentimes we are thinking inside a box. We're thinking of something in a classroom, in a building, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours a day of instruction. And we have to get to the point where we're thinking outside the box of what instruction can look like. So I think until we have people that can say this is a new way of providing instruction, delivering instruction, we're not going to meet those gaps and meet those kids. The other thing is you have to think about is the idea of what the educational system was built on. It wasn't built on educating, it was built on creating workers. And so is that child, like, what is that child really learning? Deeper than the content, what are the skills that they're learning to be a good citizen? Are they going to be able to be productive as a worker? And so again, it goes back to looking at the whole child, the whole system. So that's why I say it's not just as easy as should my pay be based on, or any educator's pay be based on performance, because I can't impact everything else that's going to impact your performance. If I could control percent, then that might be a
So it
valid
shouldn't be.
question.
So you-
It shouldn't be, because I can't control your, I can't control what you do for the other 23 hours of the day.
So how do you measure success then? You should have measurable outcomes, right?
You should. And so I should be able to, in an ideal world, I should be able to measure your individual success based on individual growth. But we don't. We lump it together and say you as a grade level, you as an African American male. We put it in groups, in these subgroups. We then come down to what really did, but there is no what really made progress in reading. And maybe it's in a year he gained 3 months, but that was progress for him. Does that mean he goes like we the up to what we're trying to do for a lot of different reasons? But I think too it requires, like I said in the beginning, thinking outside the box, um, and being creative, which it's hard. It's hard to say this is we're going to change a system, or we want to do something different than what's been done, because you're changing the outcome of what you want that system to produce, which is a whole nother story and conversation.
So like I said, it's a teamwork effort.
It is.
Absolutely.
Home has some responsibility in making
Absolutely.
sure that your child is educated. You just can't depend on the teacher. You got summertime, and when they come home, we got to make sure they're doing their homework. I mean, it's a teamwork. It's a teamwork, y'all. because the children come home. You got to make sure they do their homework, and you got to make sure that they're comprehending. And if they're not, you need to be conversating with the teacher. My mom couldn't read and write, but she made sure I was able to read and write. I don't see what y'all excuses are, really.
It's
Honestly,
also finding
I mean,
that it's like you said that was where your mom was, but recognizing the importance of it so that doesn't continue. And I think sometimes, we have to put education in the forefront and realize again it's collaborative. It takes a village.
Yeah, quit being so selfish, y'all. Take time out and talk to your children. We had Bree Parker. She's one of the best female fighters in the country, and she said that she wished that growing up she had someone to just sit down and listen to her. And this is from a lady that's one of the best fighters in the world. And so listen to your children. My mama, boy, so at 9 o'clock in the so I'm talking to my mom because I'm in the house. What someone do? What else I'm doing?
Right.
You know what I mean? So talk to your mom and mothers and fathers. Listen to your children because it's so important. And take time out 30 minutes and look at their homework. And my mom didn't know if my stuff was right or wrong. Remember, she could read it right, but I did. And I had to read to her every day, the mail every day. And if I didn't know a word, especially growing up in junior high and grade school, if I didn't know a word, I said, well, why I'm sending you to school? See, she was my first competitor. You know what I mean? She was my first. So I had to go back to school. I had to learn that word. I said, Mom, I got it. And if I didn't know the love word, oh man, I got to go back and learn. So she was my first competitor. I don't know what y'all doing. I don't know. That's love. I don't know if y'all not taking time out to love your child. You can't get nails done and your hair done all the time.
Well, you know what, and
I
I'm
mean,
gonna push. No, I'm gonna say it is. No, that's your opinion. No, and that's where it comes from. But it's a start.
It can't be disrespectful to teachers because I'm on a ground level. I know the stories. I know the stories.
I've been to schools,
Teacher, y'all cussing the teachers out. I mean, and you expect the teacher to respect your child, and you just cuss them out. I mean, just think about that.
It is about what we consider to be important as a community. It's bigger than just an individual household, but it's going against
It's in
the
every household.
stereotype, but it's going against what we see on TV. It's going against what social media is seeing. It's going against all those stereotypes, and you have to find the balance to say this isn't real, but this is. What you see on TikTok, social media, what you see these people doing isn't real. It's not reality. Your education is going to be real. And so it's finding that balance, and it's what we consider to be important. It is nothing wrong with making sure that you are presenting your best self. And if that means looking well and taking care of yourself, but it's that balance.
Well,
it's presenting. Don't have your child come to school and is flat out, but mad because they can't or wilding out when they get there because it's a disconnect. Right. They're not understanding what that message is.
Right.
So I agree with you on that, but it's finding that balance. So it's not taken away from this. Nothing wrong with child looking the absolute best because you present based on how you look. So I want you to come in there looking, whatever the best may be for your household, 100%. But then come when you look in that part, show that part out in the classroom.
Well, I remember dropping my mom off in West Omaha to a white folks' house to clean, and I had to pick her up on the weekends. And so I'm supposed to go to school and not reciprocate the same thing by not going to school. So no, I come from that essence where you got to step it up. There's no excuses. It's time. It's time to make sure that we self-check our own behavior and support those that are trying to help. That are actually trying to help us. Teachers are actually trying to help us.
But don't you think it was back in the day they really put emphasis on education?
It was the community.
Whereas now, they ask you, do you want to go to college? For me, you had no choice.
It wasn't
or go to military or do something, a trade school or something. I mean, you just couldn't stay at home. You just couldn't. And we knew racism existed, so our parents didn't allow us to soak in our the racism as an excuse. So you got to do something. You go to the military, or you want to go to college, or or you want to get a trade,
Mm-hmm.
because they knew a trade was will bring economics, because we were the carpenters, we were the electricians, we were the plumbers. So I mean, so that they were wise.
But you also saw those pieces.
So I understand drugs and all this other stuff, but they had drugs and stuff too. They was on some stuff too back then. I don't know what they was on. Every generation had their own prohibition per se. Even the 20 had alcohol. Every so we can't use it this generation of whatever, because we all can make decisions. God give us free will.
He did, but I think that it comes down to, again, the community. And the community, what we did as a community was different. We had a struggle as a community that was different from my mother growing up than what my struggle is as a community now.
You think so?
I do, but my mother's older, and so yes, she grew up in deep segregation. But because of that, the people that she saw looked like her. So, or she saw people doing things in the community, because that's where everything existed, was in that community. Whereas now we are spread out and we see more diverse people doing things, which is fine. But the conversation of coming back to, like you were saying, against racism, or what it means to stand on your own 2 feet, or what it means to really, not just for you, but bringing the others with you. So that sense of community, how we understood it, or how our parents understood it, is different. Our sense of community was really communal. It was really about everyone. If you think about community now, if you ask young people about community, their sense of community is very small, because it's based on a screen. It's based on social media. So the idea of us being here and bringing each other forward, they see it differently, because they want to be able to do it on a screen. They want to be able to do it on a keyboard. Whereas we were on the porch, we were walking down the hall, we were picking up a football game in the street. Running to, it wasn't always a court, it was wherever you were, but it was community, right? But that sense of community was bigger and was deeper, and was more based on a true connection. So I think that's what some of us lost.
See, I like smart people, because I like to debate a little bit. I would say different, because when I go to national events or even local events where we collectively come together, or churches, we still participate in coming together collectively. Of course, those that see our talents, they're going to hire us away, and so that really creates the splinter. But we still come back. However, when we do come back, we don't strategize, we don't plan, and we don't implement, new ideas. When we have the opportunity of family reunions and all these other gatherings where we gather, and so, but as a community, we are splinter, because we got this gang, we got this organization. Organization.
Everybody wants to stand on their own, and
so the young people are looking at the adults. The adults determine the environment, and so and we raising the next generation to participate in the environment that we create, and so as former slaves, I feel we're in post-traumatic slave. We're dealing with post-traumatic slave disorder, because we still say whipping, which is a slave term. Y'all say it all day long. Y'all say the N-word all day, was a slave term. So what is our mindsets? To me, there's nothing really changed. The only thing that's changed is technology and time. Our transition from the cotton, tobacco, and sugar fields, we just transitioned to the penal system. And so as well, you said, Miss Alexander. And so nothing to me has changed. The educational system is great. It's great. Because of the sacrifice of the 60s and the death of our, as Billie Holiday would say, strange fruit. It's because of that sacrifice is the only reason why we're able to go to school freely and talk and gather. In reality, and this happened in the 1900s. I'm born in 1900s, y'all. I know. I'm born in 1900s, and isn't that crazy? We can say that I'm born in 1900s.
That's funny.
So I come from the 1900s, y'all. So I talk different.
But you know what? But I'm gonna push back. I'm gonna push back on what you said, though.
There we go. See, I like intelligence.
So yes, we are in church, we are in sorority meetings, fraternity meetings, but we're doing this.
Yeah.
While we in the meeting.
Right. We're not planning.
We're not fully there where when we didn't have that, we had to be fully present. We had to be fully engaged. We are halfway engaged.
Right.
And so that's the first piece. So again, if kids imitate what they see me at the meeting, but I gotta be mindful, where's my phone?
Right.
First thing I did when I walked in was I got two. I put one in that bag, the other one's here. Like, so, but did I need it out? No. But it was but we do that. It's just habit. But that was a habit that has impacted the quality of our life. That's the reality of it. And so as and my girlfriends and I say this all the time, I can't imagine being a young person growing up and all I know is this. We at least have something to refer back to. I'm good with saying I have memories, not evidence. I don't need evidence of everything, every mistake, statement, everything I've ever done in my life to learn and grow. I do need some memories.
Yeah, without a doubt.
But the evidence, can you imagine not being able to shake something that it was a mistake, was a growing curve? And so that's where a lot of the impact of when I say how students and how young people interact and go back to it's on the phone, it's that social media piece. Because it does change how you interact. It does change how you engage with people. The loss of understanding social cues. I understood if you and I was sitting here fussing, if your face broke down, you leaned in, I was like, oh, he's mad. On the keyboard, I can cuss you out 3 times and I'm still eating dinner and I got no response to dial back to.
Yep, without a doubt. I really don't like texting at all because maybe probably I flunk typing. That's one of the only class I flunked in high school. I do not like texting, and I don't like reading texts really. I like people to call me.
How many times has something gotten lost in translation? Right. Oh, is that what you? Oh, well, I read that because you didn't put a question mark. I ain't not like so. Yeah,
I had to counsel people because of social media, because of texting, because that disconnect. You can't hear the emotion because they can misread stuff. Some a lot of us illiterate. We think we just hide that we can read. Like Brother Willie said, they going to sleep in the classroom. For real.
I'm gonna give my boy a big shout out, David Miller, and my boy DG, part of the Ghana 8. I'm just so blessed to have this brother in my life, and he's opened so many doors. And he's very intelligent brother as well as Miss Meshia. He follows.
I follow suit. I'm like Willie. I try to align myself with people who I know I can learn from.
Right.
And then I take that and know that it's my challenge and my duty to help others, bring them forward. So I played a full circle.
See, that's a good thing. And so see how we behave. It's my first time meeting this young lady, and I challenged her intelligence, and she brought it back at me. And so I like that. And so I'm going to go to the comments because we got some more intelligent people. My man Kevin Turner, is that my man from Midland College all year? Shouts out to the Hall of Famers. We have people come from Maryland. I got people come from here from Maryland.
Nice.
Hall of Famers from Chicago's in the building. Shouts out to the ladies. I'm gonna be with them later. And my homeboy D Smooth from Chicago, Hall of Famer. But my man Kevin Turner, he said, if we want the answer to the problems, we must first find out who stands to benefit the most from the problem. My girl June, I definitely think that having all year round school is available to OPS students could greatly advance our kiddos. I think so too. Kids will always pass in this system because administrators want the numbers. Therefore, kids are not prepared for the next level. Okay. Let's see what else we got up here. It's not about the teacher's performance. They are required to teach kids to pass. Okay, now they're kicking knowledge now. I'm going to come back because y'all writing a lot of stuff now, and my bifocus is getting blurry. All right, take my glasses off. All right. I ain't think I was ever gonna get mature, brother Willie. Did you? I mean, cause we was playing over at 7-Eleven, the parks growing up. Did we ever perceive we get old? I never perceived. I thought
I was invincible, man.
I thought I always gonna be running in the park on cement.
No.
Them knees.
My eyes. But no, we appreciate you, Mademoiselle, for coming in and dialoguing this morning. This is our first time meeting this young lady. Why don't you give us your name again, where we can pick up your literature, and since you self-publish, maybe someone else want that same toolage.
Okay. Yes, again, so my name is Meshia Sutton. I write under the name Meshia MiMi Sutton, which is my given nickname. So it's under MiMi Sutton. The books can be found on Amazon. I do have a website. It is called Kawakoku, which is KAWAKOKOO.com, and it stands for Red Ring in Twi, which is one of the native languages in Ghana. I do, like I said, I do book talks, but I sell my books, and just enjoy having conversations about education and try to support as much as I can and try to give back. So that is me in a nutshell. So if you like something that you heard today, please reach out. Please purchase a book. Like I said, I've done book talks and supported, schools and after school programs and summer programs. So it's available. And then if you just have, please reach out. You can find me on Instagram or Facebook under Kawakoku. So,
Okay. Yeah, so can we book you or something? Can we book you come out to like a
yes.
lecture or something since
You
you're
sure
an
can.
educator?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
I've done book talks, talked to families about supporting their child in education in the virtual world. So yeah.
Okay. And that's different, man. I like being around real people. That's an adjustment to take online classes. So there's an adjustment. Any shouts out anyone you want to thank?
The cost of the book. What's the cost of the book?
The books are $12.95 and $14.95, I believe. So yeah.
Yeah, and it's a donation because it can be used for educational or business purposes, and you can write it off on the I, the R, the S.
Yep, there you go. But no, I just want to say, again, like Willie said, my brother in the struggle, David Miller, is definitely the one that pushes me. But all of my my support system, I have a group of friends, and we are about supporting and moving and pushing each other. And so, I want to say just thank you to everyone: Mona, Michelle, Shelby, Lisa, Risa, Crystal, Nessa, Adrian, Michelle, Quinta, there are a lot of people that support me, but I enjoy where I am in this space because it's not about being selfish. It's always about how we can collectively move and give back. And that's what it's about. That's what's important.
Yeah, I mean, that's how the world is made, by coming together.
You're cute.
Anything else, bro, Willie?
Oh, me? I'm a Delta. Delta Sigma Theta Sorority
okay.
Incorporated.
Okay.
No, that's all I'm saying.
I got false colors on. I got your colors.
You do.
Yeah.
Real subtle, see?
That's how we do it.
Yes.
All on the wall and everything.
Yes, I love it.
Well, Omaha, the Birds of Bless, we want to thank, is it MiMi?
MiMi.
For coming in from Maryland, all the way from Maryland to share her time and space. Make sure you go to Amazon and all the other book outlets. Is it in audio form also?
It's not in audio form. It's just the hard copies. But I did that deliberately because I think kids still need to touch pages.
Okay.
I think you still need to turn and see and dog ear and take notes and highlight with something that's tangible. So the books are only in hard copy. But again, like you said, Amazon, for anybody that's in a school, your library media specialist or your librarian can order them from any book distributor. So they're available.
Okay, cool. So are you on break? Are you teaching now or?
No, school's in session. So my school, like I said, I oversee one of the virtual programs.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right. So okay, that's good. So you can do your classroom anywhere.
My staff does, and they enjoy it. So it's a great opportunity for them.
All right, Omaha, the birds of blessing. Anything else that we didn't discuss that you want to make sure we get across?
No, just remember tomorrow from 10 to 12, the Commanding Center, 4200 North 30th Street. We have our monthly pantry. So please get down early. Not at 6 o'clock, but you get down early. The need is great, and a lot more people are needing and feeling the economic impact.
Mhm.
So we just want to try to make it as easy as possible. So if you know someone is in need, come on down.
Without doubt, y'all, there's no need to suffer in silence. See, I grew up where our neighbors talked to each other. We didn't allow each other to be evicted. We let our pride down. We talked to each other. Some of y'all might be a little back talking, but it wasn't a lot that I seen because we had rent parties and we supported each other because we didn't want us to see families on the streets. And so I don't see why that should ever change. I don't care if y'all on social media, whatever, because one of the two things you need is shelter and food.
Mhm.
And so I don't see how that should ever change. I don't care if you're on social media. And so I'm not bringing no excuse. I'm not letting y'all have no excuses. You got children, shelter, and food. Ain't no excuse. So, Brother Willie got a pantry tomorrow. So what time it start again, Brother Willie? 10 o'clock. Y'all gotta be at the door if you're in need. There's no need.
Not too early though, man.
10 o'clock. I think
10. They be in the line at 6.
Okay, be there at 6:15.
But that speaks to the need.
Yeah.
That speaks to the need.
Yeah, so see, mayor, city council, councilman, see the people need, and y'all spend $300 million on a streetcar, and y'all gonna turn the dirt for another 2 years. Inflation up 11%, gas up, everything's up, and y'all put $300 million investment in a streetcar that y'all haven't even dug the dirt up, and people are getting evicted right now. And these are mothers that are leading these single family homes. See, my mama was sick. I love the woman. Shouts out to my mama, 5'5", no jive. I wish she was still alive. Omaha, Nebraska. Oh, yeah, see, from Maryland, so we get excited over here.
I see. I love it. Love it.
Without doubt, because, man, today Black Friday, man, because, you know, the true meaning of Black Friday, they should sell Black people on Black Friday. I'm going to give y'all the true meaning. Because I was somewhere in this brother. I told him that we celebrate. I got to give y'all a true meaning. And then I'm going to refer y'all to the best movie, one of the best. It's probably my second favorite movie now. It's The Woman King.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. The way they wrote it, oh, my God. I got goosebumps now. Oh, guys in the house. That movie's going to create healing between the homeland and the new land.
Nice.
That is a great movie. That young actress, boy, she can act. That young man, we got talent, boy. And it's a true story, boy. Women, get out here, Portuguese. Oh man, I'm so pumped up. I'm gonna go see it. I gotta go see that movie again, boy. I'm telling you, I encourage you to go see The Woman King. It talks about the slave trade, how they trade us. I mean, they own up to their sins for selling us. But you think some kings, I ain't participating in that, and fought back. And man, I'm encouraging everybody in the city needs to see it. I don't care what color you are, you need to see this movie. It's a movie of healing. And I'm glad those sisters, man. I'll tell you, Minister Farrakhan teaches that we cannot raise no higher than a woman. And that's why we do every Wednesday, Winning Women Wednesday. We recognize the women in our community. And we tired of you abusing our women and children. And we talk about it over here. We bought about it. If you guys need help, Women's Center for Advancement. If you've been abused, you can call 211 to get out of that abusive relationship. Because we do it for real here. It ain't about the money. We work for God for real. God paid us 10 times. Y'all man only pay us 1. So who am I gonna work for? Mademoiselle. Oh yeah. Shouts out from the East Coast. Oh yeah, give us some of that warm weather. I want y'all hurricane. 'Cause I know a hurricane's coming out the East Coast. That's probably why you out here. You probably come out here in the inland.
In inland, I hear you.
I'm gonna put this call out. We got a committee for the Sister City Initiative.
Okay.
I would love for my committee to go see this movie because we're really trying to bridge Africa with Omaha, Nebraska. So we please give me a holler and we go as a group.
Without doubt. I went down. Shouts out to Film Stream. They played it late at 9:30. There was the only one playing in the city. There was also, and we had the whole theater by ourselves, kicking it. And man, I got goosebumps. My boy, God's in the house, y'all. You got to go see The Woman King. That if you don't want to do nothing else this weekend, go see that movie. Don't bootleg it. What do you call that thing? What do you call that thing? That zip drive they be using it. That fire stick, don't fire stick it. Go spend some money. Go support a black business because you support Miss Viola. You support Miss Viola. She's the star of the movie, and she's a black woman. She looked like my mama and my sister and my auntie and my cousin. So y'all need to go support it. Shouts out to Memphis because I was down in Memphis all year. My cousin passed, but my cousin was a king in Memphis. I didn't know the work he was doing in Memphis. He was so humble. He was one of the top preachers in Memphis all year, led the 41st jurisdiction of the Koji Church. All the bishops is in the building. We shut down the city. Y'all thought about the Queen Parade? Nah. We're talking about the King Parade. Shut down the city. 240 highway. Oh man, we had the whole city following the funeral parade. Man, I never experienced something like that in my life. I want the same kind of funeral, brother. I want the same kind of funeral. Like we're in New Orleans. I'm sitting down, 680. I told you I'm coming to my funeral late. I'm coming to mine late. I'm coming to my funeral late. I ain't gonna be on time, y'all. I'm going. We shut down the city on this one. I said, "Oh, my cousin, he's doing it big." I didn't know he was, and he's so humble, and he loved Memphis like Martin Luther King, man. And I didn't know. I could see the why I get what I get, why I am like I am. I encourage you to go down south and meet your families, y'all. Go meet your families. It's so important. Forget Jamaica and Aruba and all this place y'all going. No, unless you're from Jamaica. But visit your families, y'all. It's so important. I met cousins on my mama's side, my daddy's side, and down there, I got a new name. I'm William Jr. Because my daddy, they know my daddy down there. You know what I mean? I didn't know my daddy, but I only seen him about 10 times, but they knew my daddy. Said, you walk like her, you look, and it was just all the mannerism because they grew up with him. I'm William Jr. in Memphis. I got cousins everywhere. I'm deep.
I know, right?
Deep. So if you want some family, if you want some external love outside your internal family, man, that extra love is necessary. All right, I challenge you guys to do that. Today is Black Friday. Support a black business, and then if you're a neighbor, support a black business also. We are neighbors, y'all. Make sure you search out MiMi. Oh yeah. Let me see. Let me get her official name. 1 second. Brother Willie, want you give us a recap of what's going on tomorrow?
Again, the pantry. But I really want to give MiMi a big shout out. I brought David here. Now he's a picture on the wall because everybody know him, know what he's about. I think she's going to be in the same mode. I think once people hear and see her and learn more about her, they'll want to utilize her services. So I'm just glad that she had the opportunity to come here. Yeah. Hey man, go to Facebook. go to Facebook. Go to Amazon. We definitely gonna try to get some of the books. Probably maybe 50 of them.
Okay.
Coming up for our literacy program.
Sounds good. I'll mail them up to you.
All right. So give us all your contact information again, mademoiselle.
Yeah, so it is on Instagram. It is Mimo523, IMOE523. This is back when Instagram and the Facebook didn't talk. I know. It's a college nickname. And then on Facebook, the easiest way to find me is under my company name, which is Kawakoku LLC, KAWAKOKOO LLC. The books are on Amazon. And then the website, you can definitely find me there. If you want to talk, leave me a message. Like I said, I do book talks. I talk to families. I work with schools. So just reach out and find me there.
All right. Well, are you in a hurry? You got to go somewhere?
I gotta get down to the building, man.
Okay. All right. We're gonna let them go. We're gonna take a picture first, and then I'm gonna take a quick break. I'm gonna be right back with you because again, I'll tell you how to get that money. I'll tell you how to get that money, y'all. And then also, we're gonna give shouts out to Malcolm X. He's been inducted into the Nebraska Hall of Fame. Look at my brothers, Malcolm, Martin, and all these brothers are freedom fighters. And when you're a truth teller, you know, sometimes they assassinate you, but we need more truth tellers, y'all. We can't, death is inevitable. And so I want to be on one of these pictures. I don't know what, do y'all want to be with jail numbers?
No.
Or do you want to be on the picture where you did something for our community? So we need to be on pictures where we actually did something for our community and don't have to lie at our funerals.
I forgot.
Yeah.
Congratulations, man, for your Hall of Fame. You're doing something this weekend, aren't you?
Oh yeah. I was gonna talk about that.
I just want to give it.
Yeah, well, I'm on the Hall of Fame committee at my college. You know, I'm a Hall of Famer, All American. You know, I do brag off my education because my mom couldn't read and write. So what? Don't get mad at me. But I worked hard because I knew my mama couldn't afford me to go to college. For real. Shouts out to Bryan High School. I trained for real. And so I was able to, since I'm on the committee, was able to induct two of my good friends. One is Virgie Bully, Dove, and she's from Chicago, and I went to school with her 1 year, and she's still the fastest woman in Midland history, only there. And so she's never been inducted, and so because she didn't graduate from there, she just went there and transferred to another school. But we're talking about athletic, we're not talking about academics. And so we was able to get her in. She was here with all the sisters, three of the sisters that I went to school with. Oh man, and they still look beautiful. You know what I mean? Man, black don't crack. Don't crack like, you know, man, they still looking beautiful. And so they here, they brought their mamas and stuff like that. They got a cabin, and so I'm about to go chill at the cabin, or go grill and stuff like that. So it's gonna be just that fellowship from some of the ladies that I grew up with in college. And then my man Doug Harrington, he couldn't be here. He's probably the second best running back in Midland history. He's getting inducted this year. He couldn't make it because he had a stroke. I was glad that the schoolboys was able to go to Chicago, up in Des Plaines, and visit my brother up in the nursing home, and fellowship with him. I tell you, y'all, health is wealth, and he's a young man. I think he's in his 40s still. And so health is wealth. Health is wealth, y'all. Y'all chasing a bag. God said we destroy because of lack of knowledge, not because of dollars. I don't know why y'all ain't listening, but health is wealth. And so I just wanted to thank those individuals because they've been instrumental in my life. They're not yes men and yes women. They made us accountable when we was in college because they knew that our parents wouldn't allow us to disappoint them. And so we should have that same spirit. I know, Mademoiselle, thank you, Brother Willie, for bringing us in. Great success. I'll be in Maryland. Maybe we can connect when I'm out there. I'll be out there next month, going out there for a conference, National Association of Black-owned Broadcasters. Yes, Black-owned radio station owners and TV station owners around the country, baby. And so we gotta get out of the stereotype that we just hairstylists and bar owners. And no, man, we got a vast range of talented brothers and sisters, and I'm unapologetic about it. And so we got to make sure that we're developing conduits of opportunities for the next generation, like these two individuals right here. All right, we're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna take some pictures. This next song is called "I Am Legend." Oh, baby, if you're a boss listener, you're a legend, baby. Head up, shoulders back, boss with me.
I'm a legend. You and me are not the same. Check my bloodline, again. I'm a motherfucking king. I'm a king. Yeah, I'm a legend. If I die right now, I'm a motherfucking legend. I'm a legend. You and me are not the same. Check my bloodline, again. I'm a motherfucking king. I'm a king. Yeah, I'm a legend. If I die right now, I'm a motherfucking legend. I'm like Bruce Lee. When I enter the dragon, girl, I'm like Tech 9. When I enter hot wagon, I'm like Spike Lee. Cause I do the right thing. Boy, I'm like Chief Keef. Cause I'm gang. I am just like Malcolm. Get it by any means. I am just like Martin Luther. Even though I'm a king. I am Huey P. Newton. I'm black, I know I got the power. I am Hannibal Lecter. All these beats I devour. I am Wiz Khalifa. I've been smoking back to back. I am just like you. I've been getting to the bag. I am just like me. I feel like ain't nobody better. I am just like Flame. Well, you know about what I'm a legend. You and me are not the same. Check my bloodline, again. I'm a motherfucking king. I'm a king. Yeah, I'm a legend. If I die right now, I'm a motherfucking legend. I'm a legend. You and me are not the same. Check my bloodline, again. I'm a motherfucking king. I'm a king. Yeah, I'm a legend. If I die right now, I'm a motherfucking legend. I'm a legend. Yeah, I'm perfection. How you gonna kill me? Nigga, I'm the weapon. I ain't worried about the killers. I ain't worried about the hitters. I'm worried about money and how we gon' get it. I'm rich. I'm full of them bags. I'm just like a hawk. I'm known to smash. I crash the beats. I stump the streets. I'm just like August. I'm known for heat. Fresh out the pot. I'm dripping with salt. Key to the whip. I'm one to take off. Squad the team. We all go off. But I'm totally dancing. And I hold to the bottom. You and me are not the same. Check my bloodline, again. I'm a motherfucking king. I'm a king. Yeah, I'm a legend. If I die right now, I'm a motherfucking legend. I'm a legend. You and me are not the same. Check my bloodline, again. I'm a motherfucking king. I'm a king. Yeah, I'm a legend. If I die right now, I'm a motherfucking legend. I'm a
bloodline, son of the sun. I'm fully melanated. Black power fits in the sky. Fully activated, captivate the mass when I speak. Every head bow indigenous. Glorified king, oh precious man child. Blackfoot, color of copper. I came from the dirt. Legendary, mine in the sky. My body's mother earth. Walked through the valley of death and came out a king. Joseph, they ain't cut from my cloth. I saw so many dreams. I'm in the den with the lions. Now they calling me Daniel. I went to sleep as a peasant. I woke up as a pharaoh. No longer will I walk, I'm riding on a camel. Zulu warrior, bow and arrow, eyes on the spirit.
You and me are not the same. Check my bloodline, again. I'm a motherfucking king. I'm a king. Yeah, I'm a legend. If I die right now, I'm a motherfucking legend. I'm a legend. You and me are not the same. Check my bloodline, again. I'm a motherfucking king. I'm a king. Yeah, I'm a legend. If I die right now, I'm a motherfucking legend. I'm a
Yo. You are now rocking to the sales Moses in the house. Rolling in my Rango with the dark windows. Sitting in my seat, silver gray 24s. Touchscreen deck with the tweeters on the floor. And got my 15s bumping to the boss radio. There's love for the old 95.7 rocks the nation. And if you think I'm lying, then you must be player hating. And if you're player hating, then you with that other station. You can't get reception, that's why your ass waiting. Running late for work with your eyes all red. When you knew you should've woke up to the boss radio, man. The ones and twos in the back, cutting up in the mix. If you're down with a 402, then you know you are the throw your hands up in the air if you down with the O. From 72nd to late Hill Street down to the base, and you know 95.7 is a G, and I'm your number one cat. Instagram, mostly fly. Don't forget the Thunder Slide. I'm tuned into the boss, and I'm blapping like that. I'm tuned into the boss, and I'm blapping like that. I'm tuned into the boss, and I'm blapping like that. I'm tuned into the boss, and I'm blapping like that. I'm tuned into the boss, and I'm blapping like that. I'm tuned into the boss, and I'm blapping like that. I'm tuned into the boss, and I'm blapping like that. I'm tuned into the boss, and I'm blapping like that. And you tuned into the radio station that knows the hits. 95.7, The Boss FM.
All right, Omaha, the Burbs, the Bluffs. Welcome back to the Boss Show. We about to get out of here, man. You know, it's Friday. Thank God it's Friday again. Shouts out to Malcolm X for being inducted in Nebraska Hall of Fame. Without a doubt, baby. Without a doubt, I'm looking at a picture with Malcolm, Martin, Mandela, Obama. Without a doubt, baby. Shouts out again to Malcolm X and those that put in the hard work to get them in the hall, and thank those committee members for voting Malcolm X into the Hall of Fame. Well deserved, well deserved, well deserved. Shouts out again to the Midland Warriors Hall of Fame inductees. My girl Virgie Bully Doug Harrington, Aaron McCarthy, Rich Ray, and Whit Smith, all going to be inducted tonight in the Midland Midland University Warriors Hall of Fame. And so that's going on tonight. I want to thank them for coming in. We got the chance to chill. They here from Chicago, Maryland. Some young ladies. Oh yeah, I forgot my girl Melody, and Kanae is here in support of Virgie. I went to college with all those women. Now they're have families, married, and all that stuff, and it's good to hear their stories, because we know we knew each other as young people, as young adults, as 18, and we matured until we graduated. And don't lose those connections, y'all. Don't lose those connections. I want to thank everybody for supporting 95.7 The Boss. Excuse me. Everybody on social media that support us. I'm really a shy guy in public, y'all. So if I'm quiet, it's because that's my nature at times. So, but I appreciate you guys. You know, life is finite, and so I want to give you your flowers while you're alive. All right. So y'all have a beautiful weekend. Also, you have to go to OmahaEconomicRecovery.com for more information about the hundreds of millions of dollars that's coming to North and South Omaha census areas. There's areas in West Omaha also, in the Irvington area, and in a couple other areas out west too. One is almost close to Ralston, a little bit south of Ralston. So there's areas in southeast Omaha, southwest Omaha, and northwest Omaha. But the majority of the census tracts are in East Omaha, North and South Omaha. And so if you live there, or if you do business there, then you qualify to take advantage of Legislative Bill LB 1024. All right, so make sure you guys go to the website and take advantage of putting your ideas forth so you can, change this community together. It's going to be a collective effort. All right. Omaha, the birds of blessed. We about to get out of here, y'all. I appreciate y'all. Love yourself today. Again, today is Black Friday. We encourage you to support a Black business today. And then also, I encourage you to go see The Woman King. It is a well-written, performed movie. I am so proud of with that accomplishment with that movie. It tells a real true story. Omaha, the burbs, the bluffs. Let's forgive each other today. Boss with us.
Are you stressed over household bills each month? Partner with Heart Ministry Center and get on the road to self-sufficiency. Come to our orientation to learn about budgeting, debt management, and other helpful resources. Our Away Forward orientation is held every Wednesday from noon to 1 o'clock p.m. at Heart Ministry Center. No appointment necessary. Find out more at heartministrycenter.org. We believe in dignity for all.
Heart Ministry Center is a proud supporter of KOWN 95.7, The Boss.
Heart Ministry Center provides food, health care, and a way forward to families in Omaha experiencing poverty. You can make the holiday season brighter for your neighbors in need by donating today at heartministrycenter.org or by calling 402-451-2321. Thank you for your generous support.
Heart Ministry Center is a proud supporter of KOWN 95.7 Boss.
Next Youth Movement, powered by the Lakin Foundation, presents We Up, the Empowerment Conference. Friday, September 23rd at the Better Together campus, youth assess their communities for change. And on September 24th at the Mid-America Center, youth participate in the Mega Dance Competition, where first place takes home $2,500 with special guest judges and performers D1 and Indie Tribe headline the show. Grab your tickets at Ticketmasters. Go to livenext.org to register for the conference or on Facebook at Next Youth Movement.
Does your body not feel the way it should? Are you startled by pain or loss of breath? Are there changes in your body that seem unusual? NOAA, North Omaha Area Health Clinic, provides free testing and screening for STDs, pregnancy, or stroke and high blood pressure, or even COVID-19. Make sure to be there for the important moments in life with a free screening from NOAA. Visit NOAHclinic.org or call 402-933-0737.
Next Youth Movement, powered by the Lakin Foundation, presents We Up, the Empowerment Conference. Friday, September 23rd at the Better Together campus, youth assess their communities for change. And on September 24th at the Mid-America Center, youth participate in the Mega Dance Competition, where first place takes home $2,500 with special guest judges and performers D1 and Indie Tribe headline the show. Grab your tickets at Ticketmasters. Go to livenext.org to register for the conference or on Facebook at Next Youth Movement.
At Charles Drew Health Center, our strength is our community. We are part of a statewide community health network. As your trusted community healthcare source, we've been here since day one of the pandemic, and we will continue to provide testing, treatment, vaccines, and boosters, as well as high-quality, affordable healthcare for every member of your family. Charles Drew Health Center is your trusted provider for medical, dental, behavioral health, and pharmaceutical support, as well as various enabling services in our North Omaha community. For COVID-19 care and beyond, Charles Drew Health Center is here for you. Good health is about good partnerships. So call us today at 402-451-3553. That's 402-451-3553 to schedule an appointment. Welcome back to community healthcare you can trust at Charles Drew Health Center.
Are you stressed over household bills each month? Partner with Heart Ministry Center and get on the road to self-sufficiency. Come to our orientation to learn about budgeting,